Hey girl, welcome to Pretty Girl Gang TV. Let me just say something. If you are new, girl, welcome to Pretty Girl Gang TV, okay? My name is Jeanina. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Like, I have gotten upwards of, I think, 33 subscribers. Like, I was literally at, I think, 2,200 for like the longest, and now I'm at 2,300. I'm just like, wow, okay. Like, so I got a bunch of new subscribers. Welcome to the channel, girl. If you are a returning subscriber, hey girl, hey, you already know me. Sorry if I seem a little weird and awkward. I have this microphone clipped to me, and I always forget that I have a microphone now and that I have like professional equipment. So I'm used to speaking louder to the camera, so the sound could be much better. Now I don't have to, so I'm literally struggling with talking normal now. Like, I'm literally struggling with talking normal, so, and then like moving my shirt or whatever so it won't be all like, you know. So girl, just bear with me, okay? Y'all know I'm not used to having like professional equipment. Anyways, girl, I'm getting ready to go out and I was gonna do my makeup. I finally have like some time in a day where I can just do my makeup without rushing. That's like my favorite thing ever to do, is like get ready with me without rushing, without any obligation, just able to focus on my makeup and me. It's just like a thing for me. So I have some time to do that, and so I wanted to do my makeup with you guys and just talk about some things that I no longer have time for in my mid-30s, girl. Like, I feel like my birthday is coming up in February and I'll be 37 years old. And y'all know I'm divorced now. If you guys have been on my channel, y'all know I've been divorced probably about 1.5 years now. So there's a lot of things that I'm learning. Like, I've been dating in this dating world, and it's like completely different from when before I married my ex-husband. I was married for a really long time, just for a little background. And now I'm back out there, and the mindset of some of these men is just really crazy to me. So I just wanted to talk about some things that I no longer have time for in my mid-30s, okay? And it doesn't necessarily have to do with men, but I feel like majority of it is with these men and men that I have been encountering, and their mindsets and different things I'm just not willing to put up with. But there are some things that have nothing to do with men. But just a trigger warning, majority of it is because, girl, I'm just about to complain, okay? Because it's like the wild west out here in this dating world, okay? Now my face is already prepped. Y'all know me, when I get to talking, I just be talking and I be forgetting to like tell you guys the different products that I'm using. So I'm going to just do my makeup, and all of these products will be linked down in the description box below if you guys are interested in any of the products. What I will tell you first though is, girl, I have been mixing my makeup with skincare, and I'm going to do a video on this because I feel like if you're in your 30s, you should know about this. As a matter of fact, girl, if you are, period, if you're a woman, period, you should know about this. It really doesn't matter your age, because there's no limit on, you know, or no correct age at when you can start taking care of your skin, girl. But like, this is definitely a game changer for me, putting skincare in my makeup. And as a girl in her mid-30s, and I mean, I look good, girl, because I don't let people stress me out on different things. Like, there's like a multitude of things of how you take care of your skin and stuff, but I feel like good skincare is it too. And I feel like a lot of people need to know, start mixing your skincare with your makeup, like your serum and stuff. Like, girl, just do it. Thank me later. So the first thing I no longer have time for in my 30s, girl, is if I'm dating you and I ask you for some type of support or assistance, and your response to me is to remind me that I am an independent woman, it's over for you. Like, it's just a dub. Like, I feel like I'm at the point in my life where I can pretty much talk to a man, or pretty much talk to anybody, whether that be a man or a potential friend or a coworker or just anybody, and I can tell your mindset, right? Like, that's how I feel like that's how healed I am, and that's how like how much I've done the work on myself, where I try to keep the people that just want to benefit from me out of my life, girl. So I can tell when you're just not for me. The vibe check did not pass, girl. And if you respond to me like on some stuff like, oh, but you're an independent woman, don't women want to be equal or whatever the men say, girl, no, it's a dub for you. If you pretty much tell me that, I won't be talking to you anymore. You won't be seeing me anymore. Like I said, I'm very like good at weeding out this type of mindset, and I'm just not with it. Even though I am, a quote unquote independent woman, that doesn't mean that I don't need help or I don't need support. Reasoning for me is that a lot of these men out here, I've noticed, they use that HBM term, which is, they're supposedly this high value man or whatever, and they're supposedly this king, this man, right? So you're saying that you're all of this. So if I'm asking you support or some type of assistance, and it doesn't even have to be money, it can be just like, hey, I need your assistance on coming with me to the oil change place because, girl, like I literally just jump into my car and drive it, so I don't know if they're giving me the best deal because I go to the dealership and sometimes the dealership can try to juke you, just any little thing. And, these men, they like to throw around that high value man thing. They're such a man, whatever. They're a manly man. So when I'm asking you to be that manly man that you say you're being, and you're telling me, oh, but you're an independent woman, like, and some of them joke, girl. They'd be like, oh, you don't need me. You're just independent. That's not a joke to me. That's not funny. And that's like your aura, and I don't like it. Second, I'm not attracted to men that are attracted to my independence, girl. Like, that's not a thing for me. It's like, yes, I'm independent, sir. I'm an adult, I adult, I take care, I have my own condo, I have my own car, I pay for my daughter to go to college. Like, of course, I'm taking care of myself. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm an adult, right? But just because I can't adult successfully, because girl, I am successful at adulting, okay? Even before I got married, I was single with my daughter. So I can definitely take care of myself, but that doesn't mean, I don't need your help or I shouldn't be able to obtain your help is because, you're saying that, oh, you can do this on your own or whatever. Like, that's just, and this is the problem that I have and that I talk about in my group. For y'all that don't know, I have a group on Facebook. It's called the Soft Life Lifestyle Group, Gworl, and I'll put it down in the description box below. And it just talks about the soft life. The soft life has really helped me like heal with the divorce, and it's really helped me soften and get back to my femininity, because I felt like for a while I was operating more on my masculine, and that's because I had to. And that's what ties back to this specific thing that I no longer have time for. When you keep reminding me that I'm an independent woman, I feel like that's what make women ultimately masculine, because it's like you're telling me, oh, you're so masculine, but then when I ask you for help or support, it's like, oh no, you can do everything yourself, you don't need it. That's what creates a masculine woman. It's like I can't even ask you because you're gonna turn me down. It's like you don't want me to be independent, and then you don't want me to also ask you for anything either. So you don't want me to be independent or codependent, because I feel like also some men will be like, oh, you need me to do this, you need me to do that. Oh, you're spoiled, you're needy, you're clingy, this and that. Men throw around that those words all the time when you do ask them for something. So it's like, sir, what do you want? You don't want me to be independent because supposedly that's too masculine. And two, now you don't want me to be codependent. So what's in the middle? What is that thing called in the middle, where I'm not too independent for you, but then I'm not too codependent either? Because I know y'all have heard it, girl, because I watch some of these podcasts, and I shouldn't, but I watch some of these podcasts, girl, and I'm telling you, the way these men be talking about women, like, it is so sad to me. Like, I'll be seeing these men on these podcasts talk about, yeah, this girl asked me to for me to pay her phone bill, or I don't know, do something, and then all of a sudden she's what do you call it, a modern woman, or a 304, or whatever the heck the new term is for a woman. So it's kind of like, girl, what's in between? What do you want? You don't want independent, you don't want codependent. What do you really want? So that's just something that I don't have time for. And either way, girl, it's just a dub for me. I'm gonna use a little bit more concealer. I feel like I want my eyes a little bit more on the brighter side this time. Even though I'm going for like minimal makeup look, I just want like more of a bright eye today. The second thing I don't have time for, girl, is associating being a good friend, girlfriend, wife, person with just suffering in silence for other people. There are a lot of examples for this, but I'm gonna tell you something that just recently happened to me that just turned me all the way off of somebody. And I realized that, associating yourself with being a good person for most people looks like suffering in silence. And yeah, I'm not doing that. So recently I hang out with this person. Well, I used to hang out with this person that just complains a lot. They complain about their life and what's going on, and they just always complaining. And I'm always trying to be there for this person, because as a good friend or a good whatever, like, your suffering in silence is, I guess, required. So anyway, this person, I always try to accommodate this person because I get it, life be lifing, and I've been there. So I always try to come through. But this specific time, I couldn't come through because y'all know my dad is living with me now, and he just has a lot going on, girl. I'm trying to find him a place. I'm trying to get him situated. Every day I have to make sure he eats because he lost a lot of weight. He's only 103 pounds and he's 5'7". I mean, just a lot of things. My daughter just went to college, just a lot. So this particular time, this person asked me to come over and help. I'm just like, I respectfully declined, and I was like, hey, I just can't come over today. I have a lot going on. And what it was I had to do something for my dad. So when I told this person that, all of a sudden the tone changed. The whole scenario became negative. It was just very, very weird. The vibe was just off. Mind you, like I said, I always come through for this person. Okay, I've never not said no. And all of a sudden, when I need to say no, now all of a sudden, the tone changed. So this person, instead of saying like, okay, girl, cool, I'll talk to you later, or maybe can you come over another day? I mean, any other situation, this person went from, me being this Lord and Savior to them or whatever. Now I'm just not a good friend. I'm just not a good person just because of one time I couldn't come through for you. And they actually said a really weird backhanded comment that I thought was really, really weird. And it was just like, oh, okay, maybe that's what you thought about me the whole time. So this person tells me like, oh yeah, now you're just so busy with your dad, and you're always just so busy with your YouTube channel and vlogging or whatever. Like, that's not really a good friend. Like, it was just really weird because, like I said, I had never said no before. So now all of a sudden that I have something to do, like, God forbid I have my own life and I have something to do, and I need to take care of my own business. God forbid I can't come through for you. Now it's like, I'm just not a good person. I'm not a good friend. And all I do is I'm just concerned about vlogging in my life and my father, which I'm not supposed to be concerned about my father, girl. Okay. It was just crazy to me because this person, once again, wanted me to accommodate them because, it's always me listening, planning, paying, doing whatever for them. So not only did they try to make these points, they were just like, oh, so then you stay over with your dad, whatever, if you need something. It's like, okay, girl, fine. So maybe a few weeks went by. This person reached out to me again, like normal. And when I say like normal, girl, I kid you not, like normal. Okay, like with no apology, not even like an acknowledgement of what happened a few weeks ago, and just started speaking to me almost like nothing happened, almost like they literally didn't say what they said a few weeks ago, and we're just picking up where we left off, and absolutely not. The problem with something like that, of course, is something that I don't tolerate. So I don't talk to this person anymore. But the problem with just picking up where you left off, girl, is a lot of people don't want to acknowledge for some reason. I don't know if it's because, they knew they were wrong or whatever. I don't know. But the problem with picking up where you left off is that that's not an apology. So you know me, girl, like I'm very observant. I observe more than I speak now because I feel like it's necessary, especially with just people in the world today. I feel like a lot of people are very self-serving and just really weird. So the thing about me is, girl, I observe more and say less. So when stuff like that happens, I know where to place you in my life. So needless to say, that person is definitely gone because I no longer have time for things and situations like that. And that's a perfect segue into the number 3 thing that I'm just not, I no longer have time for, girl, in my 30s is, apologizing. People that don't apologize to you, they just try to pick up where it left off. I don't have time for that because I feel like at our big age, if you did something, you need to apologize, girl. I mean, like, really? Like, it's so strange to me how people can just, they know that they're wrong and they just don't want to apologize. It's like the audacity, and then you're supposed to just get over it and continue to be a friend. Like, nope, it's not gonna fly here. Number 4, girl, I think I'm on number 4, right? I think this is number 4. Number 4, something that I no longer have time for, girl, in my 30s are men that don't plan dates, or men that say, I don't go on dates. I don't know how to plan a date. I used to go on dates, but this girl, she used me and broke my heart and stepped on my pinky toe. Oh, drop a tear, nigga. I mean, I can't even tell you the amount of times that someone has told me that, and it's so weird to me because, like I said, I'm divorced, but when I was dating my ex-husband before we got married, dating was a thing. Like, if you want a woman and you want to court a woman, that's what men do. They date. So all of these excuses about just planning dates, like the mindset of these men these days is so weird to me. I mean, and it's because, like I said, I haven't dated since early 2000s. I met my ex-husband in 2014 or 15, something like that, and then we got married a year and a half later. So it's just kind of like, girl, all of these excuses is really, really weird to me. And I don't have time for that either. I mean, and then the whole thing with, because I get this a lot too, some men are like, oh, I just don't do that anymore because the last girl I was with, she broke my heart and she used me and all this stuff. Okay, what does that have to do with me? Like, I'm sorry that happened to you or whatever, but like, what does that have to do with me? Are you not healed yet? Like, I just feel like some of these men are not healed, and they're still using these women that they used to deal with as excuses. And it's just like, okay, sir, if you're not healed from that, then I don't think you should be out here dating. Okay. How is that my fault that this woman, whatever she did to you, she used you, or she didn't like your flowers, or I don't know. Like, what does this have to do with me? This has nothing to do with me. I would never go out here and be like, oh, I don't trust men anymore because I got cheated on. Like, you can't go into dating like that. You just can't, because not every man is the same. Not every woman is the same. Y'all should have did like you tell women, right? Like, I see a lot of this. Most of these women, or most of these men out here be like, oh, you a 2-time baby mama or whatever. You should have went out and chose better. Well, nigga, maybe you should have went out and chose better. Maybe you should have chose better. Anyway, girl, y'all probably tired of hearing my men stuff. So let me kick it to the things that I no longer have time for that have nothing to do with these men. Because, girl, I ain't gonna lie, I'm sick of these men. So number 5, the thing I no longer have time for in my 30s, girl, for number 5 is the cocktails versus the mocktails. Okay, girl, now y'all know me, okay? If y'all watch my vlogs, I'm a Yelp elite, so I like to go out and I like to have me a little drinky drink with my friends. And even when I don't have my friends with me, I like to go out with a little drinky drink with myself. I like to have a little cocktail or whatever. I live in Las Vegas now, so there's tons of places to have a nice, pretty, stiff drink here, okay? And girl, one thing about me, okay? I live in Las Vegas, so I will tell you, it's pretty expensive here, girl. Okay, like, I'm not gonna hold you. It's pretty expensive. It's the West Coast. I'm from California, so it's nowhere near California prices. However, I feel like it's getting that way, and it's Vegas. Okay, so Vegas has a lot of things. I feel like they copy California, and so they have a lot of things that are geared towards the West Coast culture, period. So the club scene and the bars and stuff is the same way, so the price is going to be the same way. And one thing about me is, girl, I get it. I get the girlies are trying to be healthy. Y'all know me, I'm a healthy girly. Okay. I'm very good at juicing and taking care of my weight and doing all this stuff. However, a cocktail here in Vegas, depending on what you're getting, it's about $22, and the mocktail is the same price. Let me fix this, girl. Yeah, so essentially a mocktail is the same price as a cocktail, and I'm just not willing to pay upwards of $22 for a bunch of mixed juices, some food coloring, and some seltzer water, girl. I'm just not into it. I get all my healthy girlies, don't come for me, but girl, I rather just have me a nice cocktail. Now, my last and final thing, girl, that I no longer have time for is these beauty services. Okay, y'all know my struggle with these beauty services. They're basically trash. Even here in Las Vegas, I felt like I was having a hard time in Virginia, but I'm essentially having a hard time as well here in Las Vegas. A lot of these hairstylists, they want deposits, which is fine. They want deposits, but then they're always late. Y'all know the struggle with my nails. I have been to literally like a different nail shop every single time I get my nails done. I recently just found a new nail shop that I actually really, really like and that I might stay with depending on if they keep doing my nails right. But y'all know my journey. I have literally been buying my own acrylics because I feel like they don't even have the right color acrylics, especially for a girl like me that's brown. I like to get a lot of French tip nails. So I feel like I need acrylics that are, like nude toned. Flesh tone for me is different from another girly. So like I feel like there are plenty of acrylics out here, like acrylic covering, that best suit us, that are not in these nail shops. And I've been buying my own on Amazon, girl, and just different things. These hairstylists, do not get me started on these hairstylists, girl. I feel like the sew-ins, because y'all know me, I'm very simple. Okay, I get sew-ins with my real hair at the top, and I just feel like sometimes it's just not popping. It's just not right. These hairstylists are always late. They're taking more than 2 or 3 hours to do my hair because they're like stopping in between, and they gotta take a smoke break, or they talking to somebody, they gotta get some food. It's just a lot going on with these beauty services. And honestly, girl, I am gonna learn, well, I've been at least trying to learn how to braid down the base of my hair and do my own sewing. So that video is coming up next, girl, because I'm honestly gonna start learning how to do my own stuff, because just paying all this money for the mediocre job that I'm getting, or the cancellations, like sometimes I can get canceled on at the last minute. I need my hair done for something and no one's telling me until the last minute, so now I have to scramble to find someone else. Most of these hairstylists out here in Vegas, they have contact information, Instagrams. You pay your deposit, they don't call you back, they don't set your date. It's a fight to try to get your deposit back, because, girl, believe me, I'm getting my deposit back. Okay, you can try to scam everybody else, you're not gonna scam me. Okay, so it's just a lot with these beauty services, and I'm over it. And so more and more, I'm learning how to do my own hair, my own nails. I used to do my own gel nails. Like, what was it called? During the COVID, they had that Model Ones thing. I forgot what it was called, but I used to do my own nails, and I might even go back to doing that, just because, girl, it's just, I just feel like it's a lot going on with these beauty services and these beauty people. A lot of these people are charging upwards of like $300, $400 for a sew-in. They're like giving us celebrity prices because they want to be celebrity hairstyles, which is good. I feel like, okay, cool. If you have a goal in mind, like, I'm down with that. But your clientele right now, like me, I'm just a nurse. I'm used to paying $200 to $250 for a sew-in. Now you're charging $300 because you just want to do 3 heads for the week and be able to pay your bills. I mean, I don't know. It's just really weird. I know people are probably going to come for me for that, but I just feel like there's a lot going on with these hairstyles. People don't wash hair anymore. I have a hairstylist now who's the only hairstylist that like washes your hair, even though I don't go to get my hair washed anymore, because a lot of them just don't do that. So I'm used to washing my own hair and preparing my own hair before I go, because there are all these rules. You got to have your hair already washed. You can't have too much of a 4C pattern in your hair. You have to have, your hair has to be a certain length. It's just a lot. A lot that's going on. And I'm gonna tell you, like, it's starting to affect me, and I'm just like, maybe I need to learn how to do my own hair myself. Oh, and you know what, girl? I have one more while I put my lip gloss on. I have one more that has to do with like men. I know I said I wasn't going to say any more men stuff, but I have one more that I feel like is really important that I want to say, because I feel like I've been seeing this a lot go on, especially in my Soft Life group on Facebook. I've seen a lot about this, and I'm actually going to put this in my second book. For those of you who don't know, I did write a book about the Soft Life lifestyle. The Soft Life has changed my life, and I feel like every woman should know about it, because it has re-softened me. It has changed my life. So if you want to commit to the Soft Life, and you don't know where to start, or you can read my book, I'll have it in the description box down below. But anyway, another thing I don't have time for, girl, and this last thing is self-abandonment. Now, self-abandonment, girl, can look like a lot of things, but one thing I feel like it looks like that people don't really talk about a lot and I feel like it's an unrecognized sign, is so basically, one of my good friends recently started doing this, and I was telling her like, hey, do you know this is self-abandonment? This is basically what it looks like. So one of my good friends, she always wanted to get married. Okay, like she's always wanted to have a family, find a man that would, engage her and get married. Most of us want that. Most of us don't want to be, girlfriends for the rest of our lives, or live-in girlfriends, right? So recently she met a man, and she's been with him for upwards of like 4 years now. And she was saying that she had been talking about it to him so much. Now she's just tired of asking, when are you going to buy me a ring? When are you going to engage me? When are we going to do this? Like, I want to have kids and I want to buy a house and this and that. And she told me his response was, okay, so why don't we just do that then? What's holding you back? Like, why do you have to, marry before you carry? And, all these sayings that women typically say. And she finally, I guess, just stopped trying to get him to see her point of view, and now she's just kind of giving in. And she even said it like that. Like, she was like, Jeanina, I feel like maybe he's right. Maybe it doesn't matter if we get married right now. Like, yeah, like, because he was telling me, or he was telling her, this is me talking through her. He was telling me, oh, what's the rush to do this? What's the rush to do that? We can have a kid. We can buy a house. We can do this. We can be a couple, and da da da. And she started thinking, well, what is the rush? And she even told me, she was like, girl, what is the rush? What is it with the whole marry before you carry, and get this ring before you can do this? What's stopping me from getting pregnant? What's stopping me from buying a house with this man? And I completely understand. I mean, if that's your relationship and that works for you, okay. But the thing when self-abandonment comes in is that you originally wanted that. And I told her that. I said, but girl, here's the thing about that. I said, you wanted that though, right? Didn't you want to marry before you carry? Didn't you want to like do the whole thing where you get married and then you carry and then you guys buy a house, and you wanted to do that traditional way? And she's like, yeah, I did, but now it's not a priority, and da 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 da, and he doesn't want to do it. And it's like, okay, I get it. Things change for him, but has that changed for you? And I feel like I went through that in my marriage as well. I was always sacrificing what I wanted for the good of him, what he wanted. All of a sudden my point would change because now he's not interested in it. So now I'm kind of being forced to go that way because, I mean, are you going to leave? I mean, like, and you should. Honestly, girl, at this point in my life, like I said, if you're not planning dates, if you're telling me I'm independent, girl, I'm not talking to you no more. Like, now I have this thing where I'm not playing anymore. I have boundaries, I have standards, I have expectations, and this is what I want. But some women, like I said, you've been with them. She's been with him for 4 years. That's kind of, it's hard. It's hard to just pick up and leave, when you're not getting fulfilled in what you want. And so you go through this thing called self-abandonment where it's just like, okay, well, maybe I will just abandon what I want and go with what he wants. I feel like that's a thing that people don't talk about and people don't recognize, that when you let people deter you from your goals in life because now they don't want to be a part of it, even though when he got with her and she was telling him like, hey, this is what I want to do. And then obviously he was agreeing because then, yeah, y'all are together. You guys, have the same alignment. But now all of a sudden you guys are not aligned. I don't know what changed with him, but it's like, y'all been together this whole time. Why not just do it? What changed? And I feel like a lot of us do that as women. We just kind of abandon what we've been wanting from someone else. So anyway, y'all, that's just some of the things that I feel like I no longer have time for in my 30s. Let me know some of the things that you guys have. I have some more things, but I just feel like this video is going to be too long. I don't want it to be too long. Maybe I'll talk about some more in another Get Ready With Me, because like, girl, me being out here in these streets, I'm telling you, it's kind of the wild, wild west, and I'm just not playing. I'm protecting my energy and my space, period. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye.